talked about more of the imaginary side of things, what you look at when you see a hole, how to start to picture a certain shot.
Yep.
And today, with video 10 and what we're all doing, we're trying to get you better, is we're incorporating everything that we've done over this video series. So we're looking at your pre-shot routine, we're looking at why you do it, we're looking at how you imagine it, which was the lesson before, and then even a post-shot routine. So stuff that you can kind of implement as you go to make your swing better, to make your round better, to make the picture and what you see better as well.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Yep. And so far, last round that you played, how was it? Did you feel pretty good about it?
Yeah, overall I felt pretty good. I think I feel like I'm kind of headed the right direction.
Okay.
There were maybe some shots that I wasn't totally happy with that, you know, I'm trying to stay committed to the cause, but every once in a while you kind of make that swing that you don't feel great about.
Absolutely.
But I do overall feel like I made more good ones than bad ones.
Well, good. Excellent. So we'll see if we can incorporate kind of everything that we're doing to make those bad ones a little less occurring and better ones coming your way. So this hole here, this is our 10th hole at Caves. It's a shorter hole. So it's roughly about 300 yards. There's a bunker on the right, bunker on the left, which goes down to a little valley. So ideally you either want to lay short of those bunkers or go past them. Mike here, kind of want to know what your thought process is. You can see he's got an iron in it. So we're going to take part of what we learned in the last session and see how visually you're going to approach this. And then we'll go into the swing things and how you're going to actually attack the ball.
Yeah. So like you mentioned, a little bit shorter par 3, obviously. So for me, I prefer to take an iron off the tee. I think with the distance, it keeps some of the bunkers and trouble out of play for me.
Okay.
And I feel more comfortable having a full swing into the green for my second shot instead of hitting something further down. And then it's kind of a downhill lie if you get too far down there.
Sure.
And just a little bit uncomfortable from there. So I do prefer to lay up off the tee and then try to hit the second shot close.
Okay. And so layup, we understand he's choosing an iron, trying to lay up. Okay, great. Now in terms of the imagery and what you see here, you know, the bunker on the left is a little bit shorter, the bunker on the right is a little bit longer and deeper down. So how do you see your shot being played in this scenario on this hole?
So on this hole, it slopes a little bit right to left, so for me I like to see that little bit of a draw.
Okay.
I like to aim it kind of up the right center of the fairway. That way if I get my draw, I'm kind of in the left side of the fairway. Or if I miss it and leave myself a little bit of room for my miss, which we talked about last time we were together, if I do miss it a little right, then just the topography of the hole is going to kick it back down toward the fairway. So I'm aiming right center and kind of the widest spot of the fairway. I just want to give myself the best chance. Okay,
great. So you heard high draw right down the right side of the center. So when we work together, we put an alignment stick to understand where he's supposed to go around when he wants to hit high draws, or where he wants to go the other direction if he wants to hit fades. So for Mike, with his start direction, we're going to kind of envision that stick that we had when we were practicing and going around that to start the ball. And eventually it'll find its finish location, which hopefully will be in the middle of the fairway. We don't know yet.
Ideally,
we'll
yeah.
So what I want you to do is, you have the mental image, you know what you want to do. Now, you can put a ball on the ground, put it in the tee, but what we're going to talk more about is, we can go right about there, it's fine. So what we're going to talk more about is the division between internal and external thought processes. So when you're back behind the ball, your pre-swing, what we talked about in the couple of lessons earlier, your pre-swing is to try to feel what you're doing to create the draw. So it was slightly more inward on the way back and slightly more outward and higher finish on the way through.
Yep.
Okay, so when you're behind the ball, you've chosen your club, you understand what shot shape. Now I want your practice swings to be completely internal. Okay, then when you feel comfortable with that process, you're ready to go, now I want you to become completely external. Forget about what you did, use your feel, and think completely about the external factor of how I'm going to actually execute that shot and what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Okay, so just demonstrate for us here your feel of a high draw in terms of a practice swing. So remembering that his middle or his start line is going to be just right of center. So he's imagining that stick there, he's taking the club slightly more inside, swinging out with a higher finish. And that's going to be his internal thought process. Once he's grasped that feeling, then he's going to walk into the ball and be completely external.